Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy, stranger to me.
I'll be back.
And we are back. We are back again. Hello. Ooh.
With an exciting new voice. Well,
There's
not
an
new,
alien
but
voice. Kind of not new because he's opened our show with us. This is Joe Tucker, who's renamed himself again. Yes, genius journalist, stand-up comedian, and blogger extraordinaire Joe Tucker.
Wow.
Jack of all trades.
More accurately, failing student, but that's fine. Talented failing student, Joseph Tucker.
Failing, I think not.
Yes, who's in the middle of writing his magnum opus, the sci-fi thriller Black. About, what is it, a missing?
It's about a period in... it's set in the year 5000, looking back at 1,000-year period of history that just never took place in the human spectrum of human life.
Amazing.
Maybe one day that'll be a movie.
I've written it with the intention of it becoming a massive trilogy, yeah.
And in their excitement to have a new guest on the show, Ellie, apart from just me and you fumbling through the dark.
Imagine if you could
But we're amazing.
after these podcasts have come out, you should then put
In a
like a
gay
50p
way.
charge on them, and then if one of us makes it, then suddenly they'll get
When
millions
one of us makes it.
When one of us makes it, forget anyone else involved in the podcast and go live in Mexico.
Mexico.
I'm, of course, actor comedian Ethan McKinley. You can find me at ethanmckinley.com. And talking of artistic output, finally we can announce, after, was it episode 21 now, I've got a film that's out.
Yeah, please, Ethan, do tell us about it.
It's called Arthur and Merlin, The
And what's
Legend
it
Begins.
I'd love to watch a movie, but I've only got £1.50.
That's all it costs. Just go to arthurandmerlin.com.
No. Oh.
.co.uk.
/ Ethan.
Basically, if you want to see the film I'm in, which is Arthur and Merlin, The Legend Begins, you go to arthurandmerlin.co.uk.
Oh, there we go.
And it's essentially a fantasy epic detailing the meeting of Arthur and Merlin and their battle to restore freedom to the Celts.
I've got a challenge for you, Ethan.
Yes, sir.
Can you play the Kevin Bacon game?
Yes.
And get from your movie
to Schwartzy
to Terminator 1.
To Terminator
or
1.
to any. I'd be impressed with any Terminator.
Okay.
Part of the Terminator franchise.
Go.
I'm in a film called Arthur and Merlin, The Legend Begins. I was also in a film called Following Footsteps, which is a gangster film. And the guy that shot that was Robin Vigeon, who was the director of photography. He also made the Hellraiser films, and he also worked with Spielberg, I think, on Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
You're there, basically.
And
that's it.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom inspired James Cameron to pull his head out of his arse and start writing movie scripts.
You can't say that. I need concrete here. You can't say.
I'm not in a film called Concrete.
It's a weak link, dude.
James Cameron had a wank over a picture of Merlin once.
Jerking off. I don't know what you talk about. Hello, Governor. I'm in England.
And I'm having a wank.
Are you winking at me? Your eyes twitching.
Never confuse a wink with a wank, by the way.
Ellie, have you got anything coming out recently? You're maybe writing for Vice magazine, is that correct?
I'm looking to get into music journalism, basically, because I'm a bit of a music freak, like you are with your films. I am with my music, and I want to get out of the horrible world of finance.
And it's looking good for you too.
It is looking very promising. I have spoken to.
Is your look good? Anyone who's listened to the show this far is fully aware that Ellie looks pretty much like Edward Furlong in Terminator 2. She's got the hair, the leather jacket, the
well, I recently had the hair cut a little bit shorter. Before it was very John Connor-esque.
It's very short.
I think that French spacey jazz outfit Air may have written the song "Sexy Boy" about you.
About me. That is amazing, dude. High five.
High five.
I fucking love that.
Not very high because you're only 5'3".
2.
So
yeah 5'2".
Medium height 5.
But yeah, I'm looking to do a blog when I sort my computer situation out. I've learned how to do a bit of coding and building websites.
By building my sister website to a podcast I also do called Questionable EMCQ.
What did you build it on?
Plug City.
Such a press hole.
Squarespace.
Mm.
And
anyone listening, actually, even though they're not a sponsor of my other podcast or my other show, I will contact them with regards to that. If anyone out there is going to build a website, Squarespace is the way to go. They've got such a beautiful kind of.
They do, but I think I might try WordPress.
Yeah, I'm on WordPress.
Yeah. This guy gets me.
Yeah,
More
if
high five.
no, absolutely.
That's 2 points, man.
I think if you've got a blog,
I'm in with the little boy.
No, I do. I think if you've got a
Do you want
blog
to be in my gang?
and just if you've got a list of things to do, or you're doing a blog,
Yeah.
it's great. But I think if you've got content and
You saying I haven't got content?
TV programs, no, but if it's more than
You
just
ain't got
text,
no content, fool.
She got a table of contents.
But
Just
yeah,
made that
so I'm gonna be doing that.
Yeah, sorry, listeners, we are very excited. We've just got a new guest on the show. I'm just like over the moon. It's just not. I'm not. Looking
I'm
at your
excited.
Face. Face.
Never say three's a crowd.
Oh, never. No, it's good to have you on. It's the whole idea was we get new guests, but like
It's great energy, man.
there were this wilderness
Great
period
energy.
between, I guess, episode 1 and episode 20,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
like it was like no one was available, or we couldn't like get schedules to work.
Yeah. Well, I do fucking nothing. So like, well,
That's
I
good.
like saying that. I like saying that and
That's
covering
good. No,
up
it's
for the
just
fact
nice to
that
have a nice animated presence on the thing,
Yeah.
apart from just us
Whoop.
two. Not that we're not brilliant, of course.
I've
to
even
be
got an
fair.
Arnold Schwarzenegger joke that I'm going to drop in at some point.
Drop it. Go.
Drop it like it's hot.
Before we go
Yeah.
into the minute 40, I think. But yeah, what's your joke, Joseph Tucker?
Oh no, I'm not actually going to say it because it's awful. I've told you.
So what? That's
Please
what the show's
do
about.
tell us.
The films become
Oh,
awful.
No, I won't tell you that, but I will tell you about an anecdote. Me and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I met him.
What?
I met him at a computer conference last year. He was having a coffee on the table next to me, and I kind of looked over and he was on his laptop, and I noticed he hadn't upgraded to Windows 10, and I asked him, why haven't you upgraded to Windows 10? And he said, I still love Vista, baby.
Oh, he went there.
That was the joke.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think you're going to say I saw him in a coffee shop and we looked up at the same time and our eyes met.
From
And then
across a crowded coffee
doesn't
shop.
that happen to you, like when you're on the subway and you look up and there's a gay dude sitting across from you, and then your eyes catch, and then you go, "Did that guy look at me because he knows me or fancies me?" And then you look up
Yeah.
again by
I
accident,
get that a lot.
and then you look up again, and then you go, "Okay, that was an accident." And you go, "God, that was weird."
Yeah.
So you look up again, and then he looks up at the same time, or he's already staring at you, and then it looks like there's a bit of rapport
Chemistry.
happening. And
You
you're
know
like,
how you can tell if it's a thing or not?
I'm cruising right now on the subway.
Yeah, great.
You know how you can tell it. You can know how you can tell instantly if it is a thing for him or not. Did he have his cock in his hand?
Was he
Yes.
having a wank?
If he's carrying a chicken on the train,
You know, I used
you're
to go
probably
to-
in South America and not London.
I used to go to GAY a lot.
Is this where gay men pick up lovers then on the tube?
No, but sometimes you'd be on a tube and literally you'll look up and your eyes will meet, and then you go, "Oh, that was odd. Oh well." But then you look up again, then it happens twice, and then 3 times. That's more than coincidence. And then he thinks you're.
But you are very beautiful, Ethan, and
You're
you
cruising.
could be misconstrued as being gay,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah,
with that
this is
Atlas
true.
ass.
Yeah. If you want to see what Ethan looks like, you can obviously go to ethanmckinley.com and check me out on my other podcast.
Guys,
Maybe we could get an ass shot up there.
I used to go to GAY quite a lot because I used to work in a bar in Soho, and we would go there on a Sunday night after work.
Oh, that old chestnut.
And yeah. But what was great is you could only get him in if you were a member. So they would give you
If
a
you had
membership
your
card.
member in your
If
hand.
you-
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the membership card said GAY on it. And I was in a bar one night and actually was getting money out of my wallet to pay and dropped my gay card. And someone next to me said, "Excuse me, mate, you've dropped your gay card."
That's
and then we
amazing.
had a spontaneous high five after that because it kind of recalled childhood memories.
The international language of acceptance. High five.
Right, let's get on with this.
You
Yeah.
just high fived yourself.
Yep.
Right, thanks for bearing with us, dudes. Basically, we are going to start at this is now episode 21 of the 2-Minute Terminator. We're going to take the Terminator apart 2 minutes at a time.
Bit by bit, cog by cog.
Bit of mise en
And-
scene.
If you listened last week, because we're starting a new week now, Arnold Schwarzenegger, aka the Terminator, was chasing Reese and Sarah Connor out of the tech noir of the back alley. And Reese,
Isn't that the gayest picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger as Terminator you've ever seen? Look
it's
at
a
this kind of
jaunty look, yeah.
Look at this kind
It's
of
like
prancy
mid-walk.
dragging.
He still looks pretty
dragging
hot
away.
though.
Well, I mean,
He kind
I'm
of
not saying I
he
wouldn't.
kind of
but-
looks like a brunette Billy Idol.
She finds
Yeah.
Schwartzy hot.
You're
Yeah,
right.
old Schwartzy.
Old Schwartzy.
Old Schwartz.
Not new Schwartzy.
Not new, especially in the new fucking
Not
trailer.
the governor.
Yeah, probably.
What's happening in Terminator fucking 1, man? That's what I want to know.
Okay, right. We are starting, dear listener, at minute 40. We're going to go to minute 42. Basically, Arnold Schwarzenegger is driving a car, and he's just assaulted a police officer, I guess knocking him out, and he's mimicking his voice. Now, in the last episode, we did inform you that the guy that he knocks out is actually the guy that wrote the film based on James Cameron's original story, which was William Wisher, the screenwriter.
Who is also in the second movie when?
Well, we're not going to say that because they'd not want to tune in to the later episodes when we come to Terminator 2. William Wisher does appear in the second movie, and we will tell you when that is. I'm sure if you're clever enough, you'd know this already if you're a big fan, and I'm sure you can Google it and find out anyway. He's not hard to spot. But basically, my thing with this is, which is the first thing I want to bring up, is Arnold Schwarzenegger's mimicking, as the Terminator, mimicking the police officer's voice, who he kind of like steals the car of. It doesn't sound, on the subject of this podcast is going down fast, it doesn't sound like a white voice. He's got like this sexy, like soul singer, black, smoozy voice. Yeah, he's like a sexy black dude. He's like, this is 1 hour 19. It's like, it doesn't sound like William Wisher.
Late Night Love with the Terminator.
Well, if you watch the extras on the Terminator DVDs and William Wisher is interviewed, he doesn't sound like this dude, so he's clearly an overdub. I'm just curious as to whether they got a white guy or a black guy. I know there's an argument to say if, like, you can tell if someone is either white or black on a phone, within reason, I think. But like,
yeah, definitely. There's different undertones.
The voice of Arnold Schwarzenegger in this, when he's playing the cop now, he's got this like really smooth, sexy.
It is rather sexy.
Yeah, it's rather sexy. It's like a sexy black guy soul singer voice.
Based on a slightly early conversation about his surname and the direct translation being quite provocative, are there many?
Don't go all like PC on us now.
Are there many? And based upon the little bit of trivia you gave us about potentially the dubbed voice being a black person's voice, do you think there are any or many online race-related Arnold Schwarzenegger conspiracy theories?
Wow.
Well,
that just blew my mind.
I'm just asking the questions, guys. I'm just asking.
Well, I don't think it's a conspiracy theory, but I think pretty sure his father was in the SS or somehow involved in the German. Nazis, they say the German army, but in the time period it was in, obviously it was Nazi.
Yeah. Everyone was a Nazi then. Yeah. But on paper.
I was just doing my job. That's what they say, don't they?
That's what Nazi war criminals say.
You know what's fun to do? Just Google anybody's name and put the word conspiracy next to it. That's what I'm doing with Arnold Schwarzenegger's name right now. Well,
I'm basing my information, so I'm not sure if it holds much water on an Alex Jones documentary.
Sorry, say that again.
Alex Jones made a mini documentary about Arnold Schwarzenegger, which I think you've seen, haven't you? About his gay cover spreads and God knows what. So it's kind of a smear piece, so not really to be taken too seriously. We love you, Arnold.
I fucking love Arnold.
Arnold's awesome.
Well, there he is shooting a child with Down syndrome.
Oh my God!
So it happened.
It happened.
This is a Vice article.
Yes!
Arnold Schwarzenegger murder conspiracy.
See, I can be writing about this stuff. And how?
Yeah.
Right, 2 minutes. Go.
Right. Yes. The Terminator is giving chase to Kyle and Sarah Connor, who've stolen a car. The Terminator has obviously punched through the windscreen. We saw that in the last episode, and now he's actually giving chase and using the sexy voice, which is not too dissimilar from a black sexy soul singer.
I can actually tell you for a fact that
downtown LA. Which alley are they in, Ellie?
This is 219 West 7th Street.
Yeah, if you're in LA, if you walk down,
check it out. 219 West 7th Street.
You can walk down the very alleyway that the Terminator gives chase to Kyle. And do you know which parking lot they pull into at the end of this scene?
I picked up 3 grams of smack in that car park.
Downtown LA. Come on,
he
Ellie.
says he doesn't.
Google something. Google us a location. You go.
I'm on the location, but I'm just trying to find the car park.
The reason I was pushing drugs in my introduction is because you guys were so shamelessly plugging yourselves. Well, I thought I might, ironize that situation.
Yeah, if you join the show now and don't know what Joe was talking about, rewatch episode 1. Joe selling himself hard as a phony drug dealer.
Hi, I'm Ethan. I'm in TV. Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm a journalist.
Yeah, but you're a man about town. You're
I am.
You're a writer and a comedian.
But the thing is, when I switch into writer mode, then it's like lock the door, typey, and I can't sell and create at the same time. They have to be separate things. Yeah. I mean, I suppose I can.
Business and pleasure.
But with radio and podcasts, there's purity there. I think I don't like to.
Well, you're 2
basically,
episodes
I'm
in
just
now.
saying
I'm
better
fun?
than you guys.
We couldn't agree more. That's why you're on bloody shows. Are you having fun? This is podcasting.
I mean, yeah, so far,
yeah,
it's been all right. Yeah.
He's having a whale of a time.
I could live my life like this.
So I did find out where it was. It's
Yep.
the Department of Water and Power, 111 Hope Street, Los Angeles.
Very nice. Okay.
Check out the parking garage.
So yeah, another episode of actually the second or third episode now. Where there's just been a kind of like cars being chased or people being chased, and we kind of we've kind of
We do
hit
get
everything.
quite a funny, suggestive scene where they're trying to, when the policeman starts following them, and Sarah Connor gets her head thrust into Kyle's lap.
He gives her the Joe Pesci in Casino move.
He's like, "You must live."
Get in my crotch.
There's a lot of exhaust smoke coming out of these cars. It's definitely been produced in a time pre-catalytic converter.
Yeah, this is
Like-
the pre-emissions bill.
Yeah.
There's a lot of smog going on
What a
there.
ca-
It's
what
not
a
healthy.
carbon-
These were the Reagan years.
Yeah, and I've also lost the ability to speak. I've also noticed an interesting piece of product placement within this 2-minute sequence that I don't know if you guys have picked up on
We
yet.
haven't, so tell us.
Well,
the listeners would like to know also.
There's the McDonald's Golden Arches featured within this 2-minute segment. It's amazing that you guys haven't noticed that. 'Cause,
Never.
if you look at the kind of the kind of color spectrum that's used in this section of the movie, at least, it's all quite dark. But then, in the middle of the screen, bright yellow golden arches flicker up on the screen for about I don't know, maybe half a second, and none of
I
us have
saw
taken
it.
it in.
I
You
couldn't
saw
agree
it,
more.
yeah.
However, I'm not sure how this film was made because it's so low budget. I think maybe it might have been just shot guerrilla style and on the lam. They just like filmed the cars, and I guess they couldn't really like.
What was the budget for Terminator 1?
I think, and Ellie can Google this right now. I'm going to say,
Google.
I'm pretty sure.
What would we do that Google?
I'm going to go for two. It's either 4 million or 8 million.
Wow.
I'm going to say 4 million.
And that says to me a good idea,
Budget.
especially in science fiction. One of the reasons why Terminator really appeals to me is because too much science fiction is space operatic or just a different version of the big bad monster. This is rare that you see good science fiction that's set on Earth about humanity, and Terminator most definitely is. You know,
Yes.
it asks big questions, and I like that.
Well, James Cameron was trying to create a genre which he coined
I
called
wasn't trying to be funny, Abby.
James Cameron was trying to
You went in, man.
coin a genre called tech noir, which is film noir with obviously sci-fi and technology.
And then Tech Noir was a nightclub in the movie.
And that's why they named
Yeah.
the
Boom!
nightclub Tech Noir.
Have you seen the film Delicatessen? That I think could be count.
I
Isn't that
haven't
where
actually.
you buy cakes?
No, it's Jean-Pierre Jeunet, I think. Right?
Yeah, it's a fantastic French piece of like lots of physical comedy going on there.
He lost
Set
me
in
at
the-
Alien Resurrection, sadly.
Did he make Delicatessen and Alien Resurrection?
Well, he got Alien Resurrection off the back of that. Danny Boyle was originally offered,
Really?
after Train Spotting, Danny Boyle was offered Alien Resurrection
No
and
fucking
turned
way.
it down. And I think
Turn it
now,
down.
I think
Fine.
looking at Sunshine, which is a really great sci-fi, it's got this creepy weirdness to it. It's really weird
Yeah,
and horrible to
yeah.
watch. I think his Alien would have been fantastic.
Mm.
Not that
Right.
Jean-Pierre Jeunet is not a bad director. Obviously, he's very amazing, but he's got this kind of like he has this like there's a kind of weird, whimsical, Amelie, not scary quality to Alien Resurrection. It's got some nice moments, but I think it's very troubled. Worse even than Aliens 3, which everyone hates, which I don't think is that bad. But yes, it does shit on the complete. Once again, Cameron brings the story to a whole new level, like Terminator 2, this franchise, and then it's slightly mired by its third parts when he's not at all involved.
Ethan,
Yes.
I found it.
And what's the budget, Ellie? 6 million.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So
That's
I was,
impressive.
I was in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how much did it make?
Oh.
It made domestic opening weekend 4 million, domestic box office 38 million,
Wow, that's a massive.
and
hit
worldwide
compared to the budget.
box office 78.
And
Wow.
of course, that's in 1982.
Wow,
Mhm.
84.
But then it was
84.
roundly trounced. Terminator 2.
Of course.
The
yeah.
worldwide box office was 516 million.
And
Well-
what was the budget for that?
The budget for that was 100 million.
There you go. Did you know that the original Terminator concept, as created by James Cameron, was sold to the producer Gail Ann Hurd for $1?
$1, yes, I remember.
Who became his wife, and then
Yep.
he divorced her, and he
Bitch.
married Linda Hamilton, and then they divorced.
Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, he married
Really?
Linda Hamilton. He
What
married
the
Sarah
fuck?
Connor.
Keep
I
it in
know,
the
right?
family.
Also, James Cameron was sued by Harlan Ellison, who wrote a film, not a film, a
Because
script.
this was actually, yeah,
We've
the
mentioned
idea
it
was
before.
taken.
I think we've actually did it in the bonus episode 1 that we've redone, and that'll be bookended at the end of these
At the end of the
episodes. Harlan Ellison, who wrote Soldier, which became the film with Kurt Russell, which I think that weirdly they're based on Philip K. Dick as well. But Harlan Ellison, he wrote 2 episodes for The Outer Limits. One was called Soldier, and the other was called The Demon with the Glass Hand, about people coming through time to kind of like change an outcome. And James Cameron and Orion settled with him out of court for an undisclosed amount. So I guess the court voted in favour that it was very much like a mix of those 2 stories.
I've got another piece of interesting Terminator trivia for you. The actress that plays Sarah Connor looks like my aunt.
Oh, really?
Does she have a Chewbacca mullet?
The aunt who owns the house in which we're now recording the podcast.
Ooh.
No, she doesn't. But when she comes in, and she'll probably be a little bit annoyed that because I haven't paid my rent yet. She'll come in and she'll have.
She's gonna go with Sarah Connor on your.
Yeah,
ass.
she does get. She's militant as well. She's really like revolutionary, and she works for a
Pay
union.
your rent, soldier.
Yeah.
Pay your rent.
So technically, you're sort of. It's very apt that you're on the show because you're kind of John Connor then.
She's my aunt. So I wouldn't be John
in
Connor.
a roundabout way. In a Kevin Bacon.
Just go with it, Tucker. You're blocking.
Just say yes, you're blocking.
Yes.
Do you have anything more to add to this 2 minutes?
Yeah, when she tells me off, when my aunt tells me off,
Unrelated.
all I can imagine is her hands on
Guaranteed
the fence with the atom bomb stripping the flesh from her face. We haven't. Oh, there's the arches. There's the
The golden arches, not to be
Yeah.
confused with McDowell's, which is the fictitious McDonald's from Coming to America.
I'm really looking forward to the next 2 minutes because this 2 minutes has gone on for quite some time.
I really have. It's been on a loop for, in fact, 23 minutes now. So this is one of the longest episodes we've ever done, and not a lot's actually happened in this part of the
Time
film.
flies when you're having fun.
So yeah,
we can chop it.
well done,
We
Joseph.
can circumcise.
Yes, thank you for listening. We shall return tomorrow with episode 22.
Bye.
And easy,
Easy,
God.
Tiger.
Uh,
Send us an email.
Joe Tucker, thank you. You can send us an email if you've got any cosplay pictures. You can send them to 2 Minute Terminator at our Facebook page, 2 Minute Terminator. You can send those also to Twitter at 2 Minute Terminator the podcast, or podcast if you're a posh Englishman. And you can email us, and you can send voice clips off your iPhone or your Android phone to 2minuteterminator@gmail.com. That's the number 2minuteterminator@gmail.com. Eleanor, anything more to add?
I was gonna say maybe we could get a photo of his aunt when she gets here.
We'll try and get a
put it
photo
on
of
the
Joe's
Facebook
aunt, and we'll
page.
put it on the Facebook page. as
As
well.
she's beating his ass for the rent.
So yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll have you back tomorrow.
See you
for
tomorrow.
Ciao.
Hasta la vista.
For more politically incorrect talk. Which is gonna get us ripped off iTunes. And yeah, we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm stupid in my head. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I have big square